Aloha. I am Eddie Kvainui Rodriguez Tro, and this is my case on why Tulsi Gabbard ought to be President of these United States of America. This is also my case on what type of politician she is, seeming that no one can identify it, being that it is not a part of the common polis. And so, being the scholar that I am, I decided to consult Aristotle's Politics. There are two passages that highlight what type of politician she is, and I'm arguing that it's a new type, which is exciting. Now, the first is Chapter 7 within Aristotle's Politics, Book 6. As there are four chief divisions of the common people, farmers, artisans, traders, laborers, so that there are four kinds of military forces: the cavalry, the heavy infantry, the light armored troops, the navy. When the country is adapted for cavalry, then a strong oligarchy is likely to be established, for the security of the inhabitants depends upon a force of this sort, and only rich men can afford to keep horses. The second form of oligarchy prevails when the country is adapted to heavy infantry, for this service is better suited to the rich men than to the poor, but the light armored and the naval elements are wholly democratic. This means that different types of governments spawn from their militaries. Those whose militaries are funded by money all want to be oligarchical. Given that most of our military, though enacted by civil men, want to be processed through means of oligarchical funds. That is taking from the rich. Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't Robin Hood, taking from the poor and giving to the rich. That is to say that when you make a battleship, this isn't the old school cutting down trees. No, these are modern, sophisticated, metallic pieces of industry. Be that industry. Which is a form of oligarchy because someone owns the factories. It's not men working, it's robots. Let's not bring this into the Matrix, but let's instead bring up what Tulsi is, which is in Book 3 of his Politics, Chapter 16, line 1287a, line 33. We are told that a patient should call in a physician. He will not get better. He is doctored out of a book. But the parallel of the art is clearly not in point, for the physician does nothing contrary to rule from motives of friendship. He only cures a patient and takes a fee, whereas magistrates do many things from spite and partiality. And indeed, if a man suspected the physician of being in league with his enemies to destroy him for a bribe, he would rather have recourse to the book. But certain physicians, when they are sick, call in other physicians, and training masters, when they are in training, other training masters, as if they could not judge truly about their own case, and might be influenced by their feelings. And so here's Tulsi. Tulsi is no infantry, light armored or heavy armored. She's not a naval commander, and she is not even a technocrat. No, she's a field medic. She is the physician that we need. Why? Because even the worst of us can admit that America has a fundamental disease. Now, whether you want to say that's from an orange-haired president, or whether you want to say that is because of the underlying corruption that he is simply a symptom of, we can all agree that we have an issue and we need to fix it. Now, there are many ways to go about this, but I'm going to recommend that we establish a new form, a more perfect union. Make our founding fathers proud to see us today. Make the argument to go and see the political doctor. Now, I hope you have a good day. I hope you think. Aloha kako.